And snow going to last. Well, isn't unusual for this type of weather to hang on into March. Some are predicting it could stick around a little longer than normal.
That means farmers could be starting their spring planting late. And it's making for some nervous corn and bean farmers in our area. WSBT's Kristen Bean is here now. Kristen, farmers are getting antsy.
Yeah, and worried. Most like to get started planting by mid-April, but you can't put seed in the ground until the soil warms up. And if this type of weather continues until the end of March and into April, as some are predicting, it could mean later planting and less product at harvest time.
Farmer Chad Zahner's dog Gertie is supposed to like the cold weather, but this year even she hasn't wanted to go outside. It's been a rough winter, and Zahner is worried it could mean a rough spring as well.
We just keep sitting there going, are we even going to get in the fields by April?
And while it's still too early to know, according to Purdue, the Indiana State Climate Office says winter could stick around longer than normal, and that could mean a later planting season.
I honestly don't think we're going to be rolling until May.
It's not unusual for cold and snow to hang around into March, but some are predicting it could go into early April. And most farmers, Zahner included, like to get their seed in the ground by April 15th. That won't happen if the ground is too cold.
The biggest thing this year is you're going to be so far behind, you're not going to have that prep time. You're just going to have to go, and you're going to have to put seed in the ground because every day it's in the ground early. If you don't get it in on a timely manner, it turns into a late fall, and then you could be dealing with this come fall.
The past few years have been a roller coaster for farmers. You might remember in 2012, we had that really early spring. It was 85 degrees in March. Farmers planted early, then drought decimated their crops later on. Last year was more normal. Farmers were planting mid-April. But Zahner says even if they end up planting late this spring, there are plenty of other factors, good and bad, that could influence their crop throughout the summer.
That's farming. If it was easy, everybody'd do it.
So what does this mean for you? Well, if farmers do end up planting later, it could impact yields, meaning less product at harvest time, and that could mean higher prices for everyone at the grocery store. Nobody wants to see that.
No. Kristen, was there snow on the ground at this time last year?
There actually was, and we interviewed Chad Zahner then, but back then it was starting to warm up. Now, right now, we're below normal in temperatures, and the State Climate Prediction Center says that's not looking like it's going to change for a little while. It's going to stick around. The good news, though, all this snow we got over the winter has made for a lot of moisture in the ground, so farmers are happy about that, but none of the rest of us are.
There's always that but.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kristen.
Thanks, Kristen.
Well, crops might not be the only thing struggling to